Okay. So, I was originally working on a completely different video, but I wasn't very pleased with how it was coming along, and a few weeks ago, something way more interesting happened to me. Are you ready? I got hit by a car. It was white. And it wasn't that nice. Yeah, so believe it or not, on Monday, November 14th, 2016, I was biking home from school and was unexpectedly rammed by a driver. We were at an intersection, and the car had the stop sign, so naturally I thought, okay, well, they're gonna stop, right? Well, I guess I took my safety for granted because I kept going, and the next thing I knew, wham! I was hit side on and flew through the air before I slammed to the ground and skidded to a halt. At first, I barely even realized what was happening. I was in too much shock. I glanced to my right to see my broken, defeated bike lying in the dirt next to me. A lady who saw the whole event occur ran over to help, and she had her daughter with her. I kid you not. The moment the mother laid her eyes on me, her face puckered up and she literally cried to her child, "Don't look, baby. Don't look." Now, at this point, I still hadn't even realized I was injured, so I was over here like, what? But sure enough, I looked down and my shirt was splattered with blood. At this point, the lady who had actually hit me got out of her car and ran over. And her reaction was about the same as the other woman's. The adults got me to sit down and they called an ambulance and such. The crazy thing was, though, this accident coincidentally happened only a few short blocks away from my friend Luke's house. So, about 5 minutes after I was hit, Luke biked by. He stopped, stared, and said, "Marmalade?" And I was like, "Hey, buddy." He took my pretty much useless bike over to his place, and I was taken away in an ambulance. We went to the children's hospital because I'm still 14 years old, and in the waiting room, they put me behind a curtain because they didn't want any kids to be scared by my face. Then I was taken into a room where they cleaned all my wounds and took my blood pressure and all that, and I actually looked way better after it. Not a whole lot better, mind you. They then gave me this cream thingy that I had to apply to my eye every night so it wouldn't get infected, and then I took an x-ray. Thankfully, no bones were broken. Pretty much the only thing that was wrong with me was my ugly mug, thankfully. I stayed at the hospital for a few hours watching TV, and I was sent home with no major injuries. Or so they thought. Because a few days later, I got really nauseous at school all of a sudden, and it turned out that I had a mild concussion to top it off. Woohoo! So don't blame me if my drawings aren't quite up to par this episode. But aside from that, I'm better for the most part now, so don't worry too much. My swollen eye turned black, then green, then yellow, and pretty much all the colors of the rainbow, and finally disappeared. And I gotta say, it was almost worth it when I walked into school and there was a collective gasp. I was the center of attention, baby! Okay, well, maybe not. But all my teachers let me skip out on homework and stuff when they saw me, so yeah, worth it. And that's the story about how I was hit by a car. Stay safe out there, kids. Unless you want to end up looking like this. Although, like I said, it wasn't really my fault. Hey there, gang. I'm back. Woohoo! Yeah, so, wow, was not expecting to be hit by a car this month. But, you know, you never see it coming, am I right? Haha! Hey, do you want to hear something cool? If I time this right, and I work hard, I think I'll release this video on my birthday, December 8th. Tell me if I'm right, okay, guys? Yeah. So, happy birthday to me. 15 years old. Woohoo! Yeah, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed the video. And you should probably subscribe or something, you know? The button's right there, so hit that. Alright, gang. See ya later. Bye-bye. Was the diving board. Gus had always wanted to try one. He took off his watch so as not to get it wet. Gus hurriedly hopped up the steps and jumped up.